G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 6 of the Ahsoka series. Now the only thing that I can actually think about at the moment in regards to this episode is what's going to make the seals clap this week. And if you don't know what I mean by that, just go back and watch my last video that I came out with in regards to Anakin's lightsaber twirl move. And of course that just made all the seals go absolutely crazy and seal clap their way through the episode. But in regards to the story that we're getting, there isn't much of it. And I also wonder whether or not we're actually going to see any difference in Ahsoka, or whether or not she's still just going to be that stoic retard that's different from her animated counterpart. And I wonder whether or not the dialogue is going to be fixed up, whether or not we still get these long, massive pauses in conversations and stuff like that. But look, let's get straight into this episode. If you are new here, you get to see my reactions as I go through the episode. And then at the very end, you get to hear my thoughts and my review. So let's get straight into this.
Without the map, we don't have the proper hyperspace coordinates.
Move us in.
I also wonder whether or not they're actually going to end up in the right galaxy.
I have no idea.
It's just convenient luck that they will end up in the right galaxy. Alright, here we go. That hyperspace looks really weird. It's got something to do with them traveling between galaxies, maybe.
She could have ended this.
Yeah, which is really retarded. Why she didn't.
No.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
No way! No way! Self-referential Star Wars. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, I gotta pause it there. I want to hear the rest of that story. Hu Yang. I want to hear the rest of that story. Maybe it goes something along the lines of, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was this place called Earth where people actually started thinking that Dave Filoni was the savior of Star Wars. Oh my god, they actually used the line, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Are you kidding me? This just goes to show more evidence of it just being self-referential. It just references itself constantly. What's the bet out there that people went absolutely apeshit because he said a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? I know he's there telling a story and about to tell a story to Ahsoka, but that's a little on the nose, don't you think? Oh my god. Oh man, let's just move on. That's just absolutely pathetic. Wow. And the episode's called Far, Far Away. That makes sense. They're going to a completely different galaxy. And you're an idiot for trusting anyone.
My people were among the first to harness and ride the creatures in the days before time was counted.
Oh, the Night Sisters, huh? Space Whale Riders.
Lydia.
God, that music sounds ridiculous. Oh my god, drag it out some more. What is the point of these scenes? It's fucking weird. Night Sisters.
It reeks of Jedi.
What's Sabine?
It is dangerous.
Oh my god. The implication that Sabine is force sensitive is so far fucking retarded. So far gone. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Because, again, this is Dave Filoni making everybody special. Everybody's got the Force. Everybody can use the Force. They just need to concentrate hard enough. And Sabine's dangerous because she's a Jedi. Are you kidding me?
Where is Ezra? Where is he?
They don't know. They just got there, just like you. Fucking stupid. The Jedi will wait in solitude. Oh, they definitely want to make her force sensitive, but that's not it. There's the Chimera. It's pretty beaten up. What is that? Ah, here we go. Thrawn. They're chanting Thrawn. Oh, let's see how they portray him.
Hot tea.
Is it just me, or does he look a bit frumpy? Looks a bit fat there, Thrawn. You've been eating all the food. All the rations. This is the problem that I see coming with Thrawn, is the fact that you've got a retard like Dave Filoni writing him, and Thrawn is supposed to be a very intelligent, smart tactician and leader, warrior, all of those sorts of elements. And I don't think that I don't think that Filoni is smart enough to write this character. So let's see how they go with it. Look, it's Thrawn. The man your boyfriend sacrificed everything to get rid of. Some sort of wolf rat. Filoni's fetish.
Die well.
Oh my god. Honestly, I would have thought that Thrawn would have been able to kill Ezra by now. He didn't have his lightsabers with him. And he's got all those troops. What happened when they arrived? 10 years ago. Oh my god. Shoot her in the fucking legs then! If she's just gonna block with her hands every time. Use the Force, Sabine. Oh, plot armor, plot armor, plot armor. You know what's really funny is when she was like deflecting those shots, it's almost like she's using the Force and using a lightsaber to deflect them, but she's using her armor on her wrists and shit like that. It's so dumb. Oh, well, you've lost your way to Ezra. Now you gotta find your own way. What conveniences do you think are gonna come her way so that she can find her way to him? Oh, so he doesn't care about any of them.
You abandoned me!
What?
Should have known you were a coward.
And then came back. That's supposed to be funny? It's gonna run back across the screen. That's so funny! Fucking... You do know you're talking to an animal, right?
Get up, come on, I can see you there.
Listen to the music. It's supposed to be comedic and funny. Somehow these creatures are going to conveniently get her to Ezra. What's the bet?
Ezra, do you know Ezra?
Oh, no shit. Oh, no fucking shit. It's so predictable. It's so fucking predictable. Oh my god. We'll take you to Ezra. Convenient, convenient, convenient. She built a bond with that wolf pretty fucking quickly. Surprised he's not dead.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, and then Sabine's fucked it all up. Oh, the Steels are gonna love this bit. So what, he's just been living with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Rock people?
I see my friends found you.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Let's not talk about that.
I fucked up your entire sacrifice. Yeah, when are you gonna tell him we can't get home unless we go back with Thrawn? That's the end of the episode. Okay, well, not much changed in regards to dialogue. This is the Ahsoka show with literally about 4 or 5 minutes of Ahsoka, if that, in this episode. Sabine is completely insufferable. She obviously finds Ezra. We find Thrawn, obviously. He sounds fine, I guess. He sounds completely fine. Probably sounds like Grand Admiral Thrawn would. Not very smart, though. And again, it's kind of like I said as we were going through the reactions there, that this is Dave Filoni writing Thrawn, who Dave Filoni, probably the stupidest person to actually write Thrawn, can't write an intelligent version of him because, you know, the characters are only as smart as their writers. So there is that element to it as well. He clearly doesn't care about any of the Jedi or the Force users, so he doesn't care about Ezra, he doesn't care about Sabine, he doesn't care about Baylan or Shin. It does surprise me that Ezra is still alive and just living with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crab people. And you know, he's obviously said that they move around a lot and stuff like that, but, you know, when they got to, this is where, like, it's all off screen, so you've got to fill the gaps with your headcanon once again, and make up what happened, unless later on down the track in the next couple of episodes, we get some sort of explanation, some sort of backstory on what happened when they arrived. Now, that very well could happen. I mean, in the very beginning of the next episode, Sabine and Ezra might be sitting down and Ezra's telling her about what has happened over these last 10 years since they've been there. But it does surprise me that somebody as good as Thrawn is supposed to be hasn't found a way to actually eliminate Ezra already, but especially being the fact that he's got still a lot of troops under his command, and Ezra doesn't have a lightsaber. He's got the Force obviously still on his side, you would think, but it wouldn't take much then for the troopers to take out Ezra, especially if Thrawn wanted it. The conveniences that happen throughout this is quite funny. It was, again, quite predictable, as you noticed from my reactions through all of that. You've got Dave Filoni, the furry, coming up with more wolves for people to ride. I did find the main commander that he's got, this is Thrawn here, this guy with the, if I can find a picture of him, with the gold helmet, this one over here. It made me laugh because it just made me think of Captain Phasma. Like, this is another trooper that's supposed to be, like, let's say the leader. It looks absolutely ridiculous. And that's really all that happens. I mean, you've got extra Night Sisters here that were the ones that were calling to Morgan across the galaxy in regards to building this hyperdrive ring and getting Thrawn back, or finding their way to Thrawn. There's something here that's calling to Baylan as well. So the mystery box just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger in regards to, you know, let's set up these questions that we'll see whether or not they actually get answered or not. You know, this planet was supposed to, I think, be the home planet of the Night Sisters, and they used to ride the space whales just like, you know, they used to ride the Rancors and shit like that. So it's just more of that sort of thing. I will say the best scenes in this are definitely the scenes with Baylan in it. They seem like the most fluent and they flow the best, probably because they're actually having a conversation and there's a little bit of substance to it, as opposed to all the other conversations that still have massively long pauses and they're kind of more irrelevant to anything, really. And that's really it. They get there, they find Thrawn. I'm not really going to go through everything. I mean, the ship that the Chimera that ends up, you know, on the top of the peak here where they all are. The Chimera is pretty damaged. There it is there. There's the face. These gold troopers, I guess. I don't even know what the fuck you'd call them. Maybe they said it and I completely missed it, but it seems quite ridiculous. But this is Disney Star Wars. This is Dave Filoni canon. This is it's weak. It's weak. On the surface, it's very, very weak. And to be honest with you, I don't care to really think about these things too much in regards to what like moving forward. Do I really care about what's going to happen? Not really, no. You know, there's not much to it. Like I said, the Thrawn sounded completely fine. And I did think he looked quite fat, quite frumpy, you know, for a guy that's been in exile for 10 years on a planet where, I don't know, the food mustn't be that scarce. Maybe he's lost a lot of his troopers because he starved them to death so he could keep his body weight up or something like that. Yeah, there wasn't really that much more to it than that. I don't really know what else to say. It wasn't as offensive or anything as probably the last episode in regards to the nostalgia bait and the keys. The nostalgia's definitely there, especially if you're a fan of Rebels, with Ezra being in this episode, obviously, and Thrawn being in this episode. Just get to the shot of Ezra here. There he is there. I did find this part, though, really convenient in regards to the fact that, you know, Sabine comes across some people that just start shooting at her. She blocks them with her armor, all the blaster shots and all of that sort of thing. She takes them down, most of them anyway, with her lightsaber. There's supposed to be some comedic moments with the wolf and everything, which, as you saw from my reactions, just aren't that funny, and it's not completely unnecessary. You know, even when they get there, the ship flying down, it's like there's a good 3 or 4 minutes of literally us watching a ship fly through atmosphere to get to the top of that peak. But like I said, in regards to when Sabine was fighting those people, you know, she gets her tracker thing shot out of her hand and that gets destroyed. The wolf runs away, and it just so happens to be convenient that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Rock people are, you know, or Ezra's living with them, and she comes across them on this entire planet. She just so happens to get to her destination quite easily and quite simply. It didn't take much. Didn't take much tracking or anything like that. It's just the way it works. You know, the wolf sniffs out some water, a water hole, starts sniffing out the rock people, and the rock people then, you know, conveniently are wearing the same rebel logo, you know, as they've got on them. Like, let me see if I can get to the shot here. So yeah, so the Teenage Mutant Ninja Rock person sees that logo on Sabine's shoulder and then shows her that, and she's like, you know Ezra, and they're like, digga 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 dogga dogga blah 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 blah, Ezra Bridger, Ezra Bridger. Like, convenient, so very convenient. It's fucking stupid. Disney Star Wars, the stupidest fucking storytelling ever. And that's really it. That's it. That's it. I don't know what more to say about it. We're coming into the last 2 episodes. It kind of feels like this is where the story started, or should have started. You know, them arriving here and finding Thrawn and finding Ezra. And they're finally going to get some story underway, but like I said, with all the conveniences and everything that happen, it's hollow. There's not much really to it. Oh, and the Night Sisters near the end there, just quickly, the Night Sisters at the end here sense that there's another Jedi on the way, and Morgan's like, oh, Balin ensured me that he killed Ahsoka because he assumes that it's Ahsoka that's coming, and he's like, well, until we know for certain and we see her dead corpse, we're going to assume that she's still alive, and we're going to prepare ourselves accordingly for essentially her arrival. And that's really it. That's it. That's the episode. I don't really know what else to say. There was funny moments for me that were just ridiculous. Like, the funniest part is the self-referencing of Star Wars. The fact that, of course, at the very beginning, Huyang is telling Ahsoka a story, and he starts the story with a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. How pathetic, how on the nose can you honestly be? And Dave Filoni's thinking as he's writing this is going to be so smart. The fans are going to love it because I'm stating a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and I'm making a character say it. It's like I said, I want to hear the end of that story. where Huyang talks about this galaxy a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away where Earth existed. And people actually think that entertainment is being created when it's just absolute garbage or something like that. Anyway, that's it from me. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for episode 7, the second last episode of the season. Anyway, we'll see you then. Later, guys.
If we're going to create something, we should check and see if it existed already to the fans, because it has way more value if we bring that in. And It's like, why would I just replace it with something new? So if we're going to do an admiral, if we're going to do a big military leader, yeah, I could create a new guy, sure. But what about Thrawn? Thrawn is great. Thrawn is a character we all know. Thrawn has a lot of credibility. So then you ask yourself, is it right to use him? And can we use him in a way that's similar to the books? Or are we using him and it's going to go completely into left field? And there have been times when we wanted to use things from the EU, and I was like, yeah, but we can't use it that way, so why? I don't want to use it and change it. You know, I don't want to use it and make it something completely different. That's rude. Make it something completely different. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude.